Welcome to Yoga for Back. So today we'll be focusing primarily on our back, our spine, right through the hips, strengthening the core and that lower back. So just 20 minutes and you will feel amazing. Go ahead and take it into heart center for me, and I want you to find those sit bones. Feel free to sit however you're comfortable. You can sit in butterfly or legs extended, whatever feels good to you, but I want you to really lengthen that spine. And just take a slow, deep breath. Visualize yourself on a little island here, and really just focus on how you feel today. Let's take a slow, deep breath again as you feel your chest expand, your belly rise. And I want you to lengthen that spine and feel those sit bones right in your mat. Take a big breath. Let's reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, we're gonna go right into opening those arms, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And I want you to imagine pressing your shoulder blades down into your rib cage and then opening your chest and heart. Just slightly lifting that chin if that feels good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, just take those fingertips and touch them together. Round the back, lean back, and open up. And today I want you to think about, exhale, open. I want you to think about your shoulder blades as wings. So I like to consider them kind of wings. You guys are angels. You guys are ready to fly and take on the world. And anything is possible. So with those wings, I want you to spread your wings wide as you round the shoulders, tuck your chin in your chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press those wings right into your rib cage. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, leaning back. And let's try to follow your breath as you breathe and move. Really pressing each time, extending a little bit bigger, rounding that back, tucking your chin in. Inhale, let's do that one more time. Exhale. Okay, just warming everything up. Reach. Exhale and round. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, just drop those arms. Roll everything out. Just shake anything out that might be stressing you, or you're holding in that anxiety or tension, anything in those shoulders. Just let it all go. All the way to the world, just out your fingertips. So we're gonna take it into a little butterfly here, and we're gonna start by warming up through the lower back and right through the hips here. So let's go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Just holding on to those shins or maybe your ankles or toes, but keeping that spine straight is what's gonna be important here. So really focusing on lengthening the spine. And then exhale, round the back. Feel that stretch go into your lower back as you tuck your chin into your chest. Feel free to wiggle that head. Feel that lower back start to open. Now, it's just because we're starting here, you might feel a little bit tight, but I want you to be mindful of how you feel now and how you feel at the end. Go ahead and bring that chest forward, back straight. So as we keep our back straight, we actually are able to lengthen through the hips a little bit more. Round the shoulders. Good. Focusing on that lower back now. Notice the change in the stretch when we change the position of our spine. Go ahead and lift up nice and slow. Transitioning into a little twist here. We're just going to place one hand on that shin, lift that back nice and straight, bring that hand behind you, and we're just going to slowly look over. Now you can either have your hand on your shin, or if you'd like, and you're already ready, hand right on the thigh, lift up and twist. Take your time through the center, and then maybe start by holding onto that shin, and if you're feeling like you're already ready to add a deeper twist, go ahead. Imagine that spine, a nice long string, and we're gonna keep it straight. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, go to that goalpost again. Squeeze the shoulder blades into your rib cage. Inhale, lift up. And let's go back to the twist. Maybe this time you're able to place that hand, lift your chin and chest up, and then look over. Reach up nice and tall. Exhale over to the other side. Looking over that shoulder. Inhale, reach it up. Let's go back into hands at the shins. Maybe now you can reach the ankles or the toes. Roll the shoulders. Extend that chest forward. Feel those hips start to open up. And then round the shoulders. Feel that stretch go into your lower back and hips. Good. Just let your arms hang heavy underneath your shoulders, allowing the weight and the gravity to just drop your body down. Notice how much you already feel that hip open up, your lower back, everything just releasing that stress. Take a nice deep breath. Good. So we're going to keep that butterfly and we're going to focus a little bit deeper into those hips. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift up and we're going to grab onto that shin. So I want you to actually grab onto the shin, turn your chest towards your thighs. We're going to slowly bring that chest towards the thighs, but then bring that knee up into your chest. And you don't really have to bring it up, but we're using this arm to press your chest towards your thigh. Feel free to rest your head, and I want you to open up through that lower back here. So now we're going to take our shoulder and push that rib cage and that wing up towards your ear. Exhale, release everything. Slowly walking through into the center. Hold it center first. And then take your time as you come on up. Okay, let's go to the other side, grabbing onto that shin. Remember, we want our chest to face that thigh. Lift up, grab that leg in front. So we want to use the resistance of that arm and leg. Gently bring that chest to your thigh. Now let's bring that shoulder, lengthen that rib cage, lengthen that wing up into your ear. Feel that stretch go all the way down your lower back. Opening up the hips, opening up the lower back, the side of the body. Release the hand. Inhale, take your time. You can come up just a little bit and then walk yourself to center. Notice now maybe you can actually creep your fingertips a little further forward, relaxing that head towards your toes. Take a breath, and then maybe you want to grab onto those toes or ankles wherever you may be. And notice where you're at from when you started already. Take your time as you slowly come on up. Shake anything out you need to shake out. We're going to take it into a tabletop here. Continuing to focus on our back. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Now, if this bothers your wrist, you can have your hands just a little bit further forward. Place the weight more on the heel of your palm. We're going to start with a little cat-cow here as you round your shoulders, belly button in, and really open those wings away from your spine. So not only are we creating an arch around that low back, but we're really rounding that upper back as well. Tuck your chin into your chest. Imagine a string in your belly button pushing through into the sky. Take a breath. And as you exhale, we're going to go into our cow. Elbows pointed. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and extend that chest forward. Imagine pointing your tailbone straight up. And then take a slow deep breath. Maybe you want to lean back a little bit to release any of that tension and then come back up into your cat. And I want you just to flow with this cat-cow. Exhale. And you don't have to shift forward and back. But what that does is sort of help you release any of that tension, realign the spine. Creates movement, blood flow. So whatever feels good to you is where I want you to be. Each day we're different. Each day we're feeling different. And just accept it. Take on each challenge that you may face each day. Exhale. Last one. Let's hold that cat, rounding the back. Really get those shoulders in there. I want you just to shift back and forth. And spread those wings side to side, using the hips, using the waist and shoulders to just allow the side of the body to stretch. Creating a little C shape now, deeper into that back, into the side of the body. Just let your head hang heavy. Holding it center, take a deep breath. Let's curl the toes. Lift yourself into a downward dog. Take a breath. Pedal those heels if you need to. If you'd like to just hold it nice and still. Opening the back of the knees. Inhale, extending that tailbone up to the sky. Create a big V with your body. Exhale, just let your heels sink. You can always bend your knees. Feel that stretch to the back of the calves while you're here. Everything is in alignment. So even though we're focusing on back, we still want to focus on the rest of the body. Really finishing our practice, feeling amazing everywhere. We're going to look at our fingertips and just walk your feet towards your hands. Again, still focusing on the back, bend your knees. Want to lengthen a little bit through the hamstrings, but right now focusing deeper in the back. Go into a little ragdoll. Rest your belly on your thighs. Feel everything just drag down. Take a slow deep breath, grabbing the elbows. Take a lift up with your hips. Now feel that gravity as it lengthens that spine, so you can wiggle a little bit. Maybe you want to gently bob up and down about an inch or two. So not real strong, I just want it very gentle, slight movement. And notice as we drop a little down, that your body is starting to lengthen all the way through the hamstrings, all the way through that spine. Shoulders are feeling heavy. And hold it still. Again, taking advantage of that gravity as it lengthens your spine, creating space between each vertebrae. Release the hands. Take a deep breath. Exhale halfway up. Use your fingertips to push your chest forward. Feel that stretch the back of your hamstrings. Now if we're tight through our hamstrings, we're tight in our back. So we want to make sure that we get right through that whole body. Exhale, drop it down. Take a breath. We're going to walk those feet back into our plank, holding your plank. Now remember, in your plank, you can drop your knees down and very slowly lowering down. Inhale, roll your shoulders, flatten your toes. Let's lift up to a little baby cobra. Now, if you're ready and you're ready to go up a little higher, you're welcome to do so. If you're already ready, please feel free to go right into your up dog. Take a breath, slowly lower, curl your toes, lift yourself up onto the knees, and then into your downward dog. Take a breath. Now this time we're gonna walk our feet forward, but to the outsides of our feet, and do almost the same thing we did before with that ragdoll. So just bend the knees, let yourself hang down, elbows are touching. And notice as you deepen the bend, maybe those arms come down a little lower. But feel that gravity as it creates space again between each vertebrae. Feel your belly fall through your thighs. Inhale, lift that tailbone up to the sky, lengthening. Maybe your body comes up, maybe you need to touch those hands down. Whatever feels good to you, lengthening through the hamstrings, through that back. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, take it down. Let's place those hands back down on the ground. Walk your feet back to your plank. Remember your option to drop your knees. Shift forward, chaturanga down. Inhale. Now maybe you're ready to go up a little higher, or stay where you were at baby cobra. Let those shoulders open up. Imagine taking that belly button, extending it all the way through your chest, forward to the front of your mat. Squeeze those glutes for support. Inhale, slowly come down. Curl your toes. You can lift up onto your knees first, or go right into plank downward dog. We're gonna do one more of those. Inhale, just hold it here. Take a slow, deep breath. Feel free to wiggle it out. Now we're gonna bend one knee. So let's take our right knee, bend it in towards your left elbow. Really turn that tail all the way to the opposite side. Look through your armpit. Feel that stretch of the hip and the side of the body. Exhale, switch sides. Let's shift back. Take that right knee over to your left elbow. Look through your armpit. Feel that stretch the side of the body all the way through the hip. This should feel really good. Hold it center. Take a breath. Inhale, let's walk those feet back in towards our hands. Hold it here. Now notice the difference as we hinge at the hip this time. Feel that stretch go through the hamstrings and back. Let your arms hang heavy. Take a breath. Feel free to wiggle anything out. Feel free to roll your wrists if that feels good. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, take it down. Hands gently onto the earth. Let's go ahead and take it back to our plank. Last time here, remember you can drop onto your knees, shift forward, slowly lower. Option to go to up dog. So in up dog, we want to squeeze the glutes, lift up, press your feet right into the earth, open your heart. Remember, you can be a baby cobra or a full cobra, whatever feels good. And just very gently look over to one side. Now listen to your back, only go as far as you feel comfortable. And then slowly over to the other side. Feel that stretch of the front of those hips, back to center. Let's lower, take a breath, and then we're gonna shift up into a child's pose. So open the knees, touch your toes, a little extended child's pose, sit back. Let's extend those arms forward. Now if it bothers your knees to sit back, just keep your hips up, and you're welcome to extend with your hips up into more of a puppy pose. And if it bothers your elbows, you can bend, or shoulders, you can bend your elbows and just rest your hands on your hip. So whatever feels good here, take a slow, deep breath. finishing off that back, we're gonna just lift up a little and walk over to your left. Reach it. Now as we walk to our left, take that right finger and all of them just reach as far over to the side as you can. Feel that from the armpit, right under those wings, down the side of your body. Take your time, lifting up, walking over to the other side. Now extending to the right, take that left arm and reach it as far to the right as you can. Let's walk it back to center. And to give those shoulders a little break, we're gonna take our knees and bring them in. Go ahead and rest that head. And if this bothers you to have your knees this close together, feel free to stay extended. But what we're doing is allowing all that blood flow to go right to the head and bring those arms onto your lower back. Now you can wrap them around, or if you'd like to go into a prayer pose back there, you can. Whatever feels good to you. But we're opening up through the shoulders. So if we're tight through our shoulders, it creates a rounded back and again, more tension. So our alignment is key. Slowly release it. Inhale, bring those hands underneath the shoulders. Lift yourself back up to tabletop. Take a breath as you round your back. Exhale into your cow again. Inhale, back to cat. Exhale, arch that back. Holding it center. Finishing off by strengthening that back just one more time. Take your knees just a touch bit closer together. Exhale, extend your left leg straight out. Reach your right arm forward. Feel free to squeeze that bicep to your ear and then lift that belly button in. Find a focal point right under your hand and just slowly breathe, holding it here, strengthening through the glutes and the core, lower back. Exhale, release the hand and the foot. Switching sides, we'll finish off with one last stretch. Exhale, right leg out. Left arm extends into your bird dog here, really reaching those fingertips forward. Extend that heel back, belly button in. Imagine taking your palm, pressing into the earth, but then extending your shoulder away from that palm. Hold it here. Isolate and stay still. Gently release. Open up to an extended child's pose, sitting back. Take your breath. Now feel free to extend those arms all the way forward or do whatever feels good to you. But this time what I'd like you to do is lift that head up just a little bit and imagine pressing your chest into the earth in your armpits. So if you need to, lift that head and then just relax it back down. Slow, deep breath, walking those hands back under into your tabletop. Round the back, last time through. Exhale, arch that back. So we'll do bird dog one more time. Neutral spine. Knees together. Exhale, left leg out, right arm extends. Hold it here. Now if you choose and you want a little bit more, you can open up and then reach. Or bring it in and reach. Open it out and reach. One more time, touching that elbow to knee and extending it out. Hold it. Dropping the hand, dropping the foot. Take a breath as we switch sides. Left arm comes out. Hold it here. Lengthen that spine. You can open the knee out and then in. Touch your elbow to your knee and out. Bend the knee and out. Elbow to knee. And hold it still for just one more moment. Hand comes down, knee comes in. Let's open up for our last child's pose and we'll finish off with a little savasana. Just a nice, well-rounded, slow flow. Opening up the back, shoulders, chest, and hips. And from here, We're just gonna go ahead and lift ourselves up, rolling the knees, and then you can take your time as you slowly roll down onto your back. Excellent. Let's extend those legs as far out to the edge as possible. Arms up, and I want you to imagine reaching those fingertips as high over the head as you can, and get those heels as far to the edge of your mat as you can. Open up your rib cage. Take those wings, open them up away from your hips, and then slowly release, letting everything just go. You can feel yourself floating on your mat. Take a deep breath in, feeling that space in your hips, the space in between your lower back and your waist. Feel those shoulders just gently releasing away from your ears. And as you take a deep breath, allow that energy to circulate through your body, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Exhaling it all out. Breathing in one more sense of positivity and energy. And as you exhale, just let everything go that doesn't serve you. Anything that's storing in your body that may be holding you back. We're going to roll over to one side. Doesn't matter which side, just take your bottom arm and rest your head on your bicep. And you can have your other arm in front of you, or maybe resting on your hip, whatever feels good. Feel how that spine is nice and neutral. Should feel really good. Using that hand to sit up into a seated position. Whatever feels comfortable to you, crossed or butterfly. Notice how that body is just floating. And I use that word because really notice how everything feels really light. Placing those hands in heart center. I'd like to thank you for joining me for this 20-minute yoga for back. The light in me honors the light in you. The badass in me honors the badass in you. So go be one. Namaste. Remember that we have an online membership, and we would love to have you join. If you just click the link below, we will offer you a free members only workout and a free trial to our sweat cardio and yoga online membership. Namaste.